Greetings, fellow geeks, and welcome back to FanGeek'd. I'm Miranda, and I am joined by my Whovian co-host, Dallas.
Alons.
I think that's our new catchphrase now. Hopefully. It is the third season of the podcast, and we are so happy to be back and talk about some Who after the spine-tingling adventure that was last time.
I wouldn't say spine tingling as more just goosebumpy.
Yes, for sure. All right. I am going to mention this yet again. Since we are starting a new era, this episode will be exclusively found either on the BBC and BBC iPlayer, if you were in the UK, and Disney Plus everywhere else. This episode is the final of the 360th anniversary specials. Sad face. But we don't have long to wait, I don't think.
For a Whovian.
Well, at least it's not like last year where we were waiting for 5 eternities for New Who. My God. That was a long one. Whovians were losing their mind by like month 5. We're like, okay, is it time yet? So I cannot wait to dive into the emotional journey that was this episode. Shall we dive in?
Sure. I would still argue that the previous one was a little more emotional.
I know. Yeah, well, mainly because of Wilf.
Yes.
This one's just emotional because
it's psychological.
It's psychological, emotional stuff. All right. Summary from IMDb for this episode. It was just like last week. It's 2 sentences. Cool. The giggle of a mysterious puppet is driving the human race insane. When the doctor discovers the return of the terrifying Toymaker, he faces a fight he can never win. Yeah. Creepy. All right. Fast facts about the episode. This episode, as confirmed in October of last year, will be the final. I put in my notes with a question mark. Appearance of David Tennant as the 14th Doctor and fan favorite Catherine Tate as Donna Noble. So we don't know if they're going to come back. Hopefully they do.
Yeah,
that would be freaking amazing. So this episode, just like the last 2, will be on both YouTube and in podcast form. The YouTube will add additional clips for visual aid. It will also, hopefully, be able to include clips from Unleashed. There were a couple pretty funny moments in Unleashed. My gosh. Because there was a good moment of Neil talking about how he got the part. and a couple of hilarious moments of David and Shooty.
Well, how are you not going to cast Neil Patrick Harris? He's a chameleon.
Mm-hmm. And he's worked with Russell before, so this is not his first time. All right,
this week played evil before. I mean,
no, he's not. I mean, not evil, but I mean, he's played some evil if you count Olaf as evil.
No, I mean, I count Olaf as more psychotic. I mean, unhinged evil, like when he was in American Horror Story.
Yeah, he's done it before. This is just a whole nother level of crazy.
Yeah, is he gonna saw someone in spoilers if no one has the episode yet? But
we'll get into it later. All right, let's see. This week's list of guest stars is longer than last week's, which was
of course
7.
It is. Okay.
It's only 12. That's not bad.
Price is right.
All right. So first off, we gotta start with Yasmin Finney back again. Yay. We love Rose. She's freaking awesome.
Yes.
Last seen in The Star Beast. Also known for Heartstopper, which is on Netflix. RuPaul's Drag Race UK and Mars. And then, of course, yeah. So This is so exciting. And then we have Car Collins back again as Sean Temple. Yeah.
Ooh. Just,
Also, last
just
scene in
a
the
green
Starbeast.
flag of a husband. Just a green flag.
He is. Just in a nutshell, he's a green flag. It's awesome.
Yes.
Also known for Attack the Block, The Flash, and 24/7. And then we have Miss Jacqueline King back again as Sylvia.
Oh boy.
Last seen in the Starbeast as well, also known for 55 Degrees North, Bounty Hunters, and Writers Retreat. Returning once again is Ruth Madeley as Shirley Ann Bingham. We freaking love her. Also known for Don't Take My Baby. Okay. Doctor Who, The Rook, and the Accident. And then, of course, I know, seriously. I'm like, okay, yikes. And then, of course, I can't not mention Mr. Neil Patrick Harris. I mean, hello.
The goat.
He is the goat. He's a triple threat. Come on, you can't mess with Neil. Seriously. NPH is the bomb. He is known in the US for playing Barney in the hit series How I Met Your Mother.
That made a bunch of people think he was straight.
Yeah. He is also known for a series of unfortunate events as Count Olaf, Gone Girl,
get debates about that,
and Doogie Howser, which a lot of people forgot he was in. He was a kid.
He was a kid, but he had like a really long career break.
Yep.
Until I can't remember which one it was. I think it was one of the Harold and Kumar movies, I think
so. That sounds about right.
And
then he got back into it again. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the White Castle one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then we have Charlie DeMello as Charles Banerjee, who is known
for the names.
I know. Known for Coronation Street, The Interceptors, EastEnders, and Much Ado About Nothing.
Ooh, Shakespeare guy.
Yep. He's done Shakespeare. And then we have John McKay as John Logie Baird, who is an actual person. You can Google him if you wish.
I'm gonna forget that name in like half an hour.
I know, seriously. Known for The Honorable Woman, Black Earth Rising, The Hollow Crown, and Judy.
Why does that sound like an Oscar bait movie?
I know, seriously. Okay, and then we have Alexander Deverant, I believe I'm saying it correctly, as Colonel Ibrahim.
Are we saying this right?
I think so. Who is known for Ted Lasso, FBI International, The Bureau, Industry, and The Danish Girl.
Okay, Danish Girl I've heard of. I need to see that.
That's with Eddie Redmayne. BT dubs.
Oh yeah.
He won an Oscar for that.
Of course.
And then we have, of course, the incomparable Miss Gemma Redgrave back again. I mean, how can you not love Kate? She's awesome. Last seen in The Power of the Doctor. Also known for Howard's End, Love and Friendship, I'll Be There, and The Grid. And of course, back again, another classic companion returning, Miss Bonnie Langford as Melanie Bush, aka Mel.
They always gotta bring him back.
Yep.
Well,
that's
the ones that they're able to.
Yeah, that's the fun part about classic Who is having the companions come back if they're still here. Yeah, last seen in Who in 1987. So it's been 37 years. So
from the 6th Doctor era, right?
Yes. 6 and parts of 7.
Okay.
The beginning of 7. I think she left at the beginning of 7, which is when Ace came in.
Okay.
Known for EastEnders, Doctor Who: The Monthly Adventures, on Broadway in 42nd Street the Musical, You Go Girl,
okay,
and Just William.
Seriously, everybody here has a stage presence, be it like Shakespeare or Broadway. I feel like it's some unspoken requirement for BC
I know.
actors.
Seriously. It's crazy.
Like if it's not Shakespeare, it's Broadway. If it's not Broadway, it's Shakespeare. And if it's not one or the other, it's both.
Oh, seriously. All right. And then, of course, how could I not forget Mr. Nicholas Briggs voicing yet another alien? Surprise, surprise. This time he is voicing the Vlinks.
Dude,
That's
it's like
the weird, wiry alien and
the
unit.
British Frank Welker, except, not doing animal noises or effects.
Yeah. Is known for voicing the Cybermen and the Daleks, as well as other random aliens when needed.
He's
Since
always arguing with
2005.
himself.
Yes, he is. With a voice changer mic. Always. Just sitting in a corner with a voice modulator mic. Okay. Also known for the Air Zone Solution, Doctor Who: The Monthly Adventures, and Torchwood. And then,
There it is, the Torchwood.
There it is. There's Torchwood.
There.
It is there. And then here's a name we have not heard in a hot second. Lachelle Carl as Trinity Wells. My gosh, I've not heard that name in a while.
Actually, the last time I heard that name.
Last seen as Trinity Wells back in 2009. In the End of Time, parts 1 and 2. It has been that long.
I gotta rack my brain now.
Also known as David Tennant's first regen. Yeah, back then.
Oh boy, I gotta rack serious brain.
She has not been on Who in that long. That's crazy.
Serious brain organizing needs to occur right now.
Yeah. Also known for Anansi Boys, Wednesday with Jenna Ortega, and Flesh and Blood. And then, of course, I gotta include Mr. Ncuti Gatwa. I mean, I'm not gonna say who he is yet. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That's a hint. He is known for Sex Education. Yes, that is a show.
I gotta see it. I hear so many good things about it.
Mm-hmm. He was known for Sex Education, Barbie. He's in it with Margot. He's a hoot. Just picture him in he's a cowboy. Let's just say that.
He's a cowboy Ken.
Yes.
He's
in it with the Sex Education co-star as well.
If he is who I think he is, why does that work?
It just works, seriously. And there's so many actors in that. I'm like, I know you from that. I know you from that. I know you from that.
Pretty much.
Sex Education, Barbie. And that's where I'm going to leave it.
For now.
All right. Before we dive into the episode, I'm definitely going to need to give a spoiler warning. My God. There's a lot of info in this one. Woo!
A lot of info, a lot of references, some pop culture references, and coming from my end, some diving into the dark sides of my mind because I had no life in high school and I listened to and watched so much dark, mind-bending stuff that I'm surprised no one questioned me about.
I know. It's crazy. Okay. If you have been living under a rock, please not listen to this episode before watching the episode.
Please. Or if you're going for punishment, go ahead and do it.
Yeah, I mean, at the time of recording this, it is just about the middle of February. So, I mean, you're kind of on your own here. This literally aired in November of last year. So you're on your own, man.
Press pause. Up to you.
Yeah. But enter at your own risk. Pretty much. All right. So the episode begins with a cold open in Soho in 1925. Oh boy.
I was hoping for like roaring 20s, but no,
No,
there weren't flappers and stuff.
they went flappers and it went dark and somber pretty dang fast.
Like, but it was like the perfect setup. I'm like, no,
No.
fine.
Maybe later. Hopefully they'll do something in the Roaring Twenties at some point.
Yeah.
Come on. A man with a hat can be seen walking down the street as he approaches a storefront, which has its lights on. We then learn that it is a toy emporium owned by an eccentric man who is currently juggling balls. That's literally what I wrote in my notes.
Actual balls.
Yes. Don't go in the gutter. Okay.
That's my
Don't
job.
do it. Don't do it.
That's my job.
I know some people immediately think the other thing. It's not that. It's the other thing. It's literal. Okay.
Yes.
He greets the man.
Croquet balls, but
yeah, he's juggling.
I thought they were croquet.
I don't know, but it could have been. But I guess that's NPH's natural talents coming out.
Yeah.
That boy is very talented.
Yes. He's a chameleon.
Yes, he is. All right. He greets the man and asks him what he's looking for. Okay, I did have to pull the Toymaker's very first lines from the transcript with the thickest of German accents.
Like, it's you want to believe that he's doing it genuinely, but
it's not.
Well, you know it's fake because you know what he sounds like, but it's not where
if you know him.
That's what he could normally sound like Meryl Streep with the accent and Sophie's Choice. Like, people thought she was from there because she was that convincing. With him, it's not convincing, but I think he's just doing that because it's just camp.
He's just camp.
So freaking camp.
Yes, he is. Guten Tag, kommen into the warm. It is raining, is it not? All of the water all splishy splashy. Now, what can I help in Shinit? Behold, we have everything you could be wanting. We have dolls, such beautiful pink-faced dollin, ja? We have the compendium of games, meet the dice, und the snaken und ladders und the rules. They are very, very... I know, seriously. They are very, very important in these rules, don't you think? Also, we have the teddy bears and the hobby horsen. Who does not want a hobby horsen to go clippity-clop down the strasse, yeah?
I want to take him seriously because as the episode goes on, you're supposed to, but how?
And that's literally his first line.
I know, but still,
I know, and this is just leading. It's crazy.
I know, but it's
yeah, I know. The man who we then learn is Charles is asking about a ventriloquist dummy, Stooky Bill, as it's known.
Goosebumps.
I know. Stooky Bill, mine favoritin'. But you will leave the family all alone. Poor Stooky Sue and the poor Stooky Bobbies. You would leave them without Papa? The widow and the orphans will be crying.
Of course. Sell it with the family.
Yep.
The owner. It's a small business, so fine. Upsell if you have to.
When Charles asks if the hair on the ventriloquist dummy is real, the owner says that he cut the hair himself and acts very creepy, saying that she will not miss it and will never miss anything ever again.
That's
okay.
Concerning.
Yeah. When Charles asks how much the dummy costs, the owner suddenly drops the accent. Bye-bye German accent for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And says it costs 6 pence. When the owner asks what the dummy is for, Charles mentions that it's not for children, It's for his employer, the inventor, Jean-Logie Baird. Okay, here's a bit of historical help for people who don't know who the heck Jean-Logie Baird is. Jean-Logie Baird is the man who was known for demonstrating the first live working television on the 26th of January in 1926. He went on to invent the first publicly demonstrated color television system and the first viable, purely electronic color television picture tube. AKA, he's the man who made colored television in the 20s.
Nice.
Boom. The owner then makes a musically creepy laugh, which we will hear later on a loop. As the man leaves, I will reveal who the eccentric owner is later. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
And then we cut to the titles. So, yay, once again, Whoomery. We love the theme. All right, this section I have titled The Dawn of Stooky Bill with an exclamation mark. I don't know what else to call it.
Exclamation mark.
Well, that works. We jump to the office of Jean-Logie Baird as the dummy, named Stooky Bill, has its head removed and placed on a spike. Lovely.
Dude, this is like a warning in almost every true crime thing, or like Vlad the Impaler, Game of Thrones, head on a spike.
Yeah. Baird mentions that Stooky means stupid and slow before sticking it in front of a screen. He and Charles go into the next room. They then turn on the machine that they have made and slowly start seeing a transmitted image on the screen in front of them. Baird is ecstatic that he created the very first television picture. However, Stooky's hair catches on fire. Ruh-roh.
Yeah, that's not concerning. Or an omen.
I know, totally not an omen or
curse.
Anything. Yeah. Causes Charles to start worrying. Baird, however, is completely unamused. How hot is it in there? Not going to catch fire, are we? That's what we need, Stooky Bill. No man can sit underneath that temperature. Problem is, it could be a photograph. If I'm to prove television works, I need a moving image. Stooky's jaw drops open. I got quite a shock. Me too. Baird then calls back to the creepy owner, without realizing it, as we hear the creepy musical laugh again. Imagine if he could talk. That wee chap's about to change the world. Imagine what he would say.
No.
No. My brain immediately went, no, thank you.
Annabelle, Chucky, Megan.
I'm good. Thank you very much.
Okay, the Goosebumps ventriloquist doll that.
Oh, yeah, that guy is creepy.
Yeah, that I finally figured out the name was I looked it up. It's called, his name was Slappy.
Slappy. Oh, that's fitting.
No, like slap.
Yep.
Slappy.
All right, this next section I've titled Chaos in Camden and Unit. Whoa. Because it is literally chaos. My God. Okay, we suddenly jump to modern day Soho as chaos has erupted on the streets of Camden, which we saw literally at the tail end of Wild Blue Yonder. Right where we left off. Right where we left off. The doctor can be seen wandering around, glancing at what is going on around him in shock and horror. I mean, this is not what he's used to. He's very confused.
It's the doctor. He's seen worse.
I know, he's seen a lot worse. He suddenly sees a man step out in front of a taxi, clenching his fist as if he would attack it, and intervenes. Whoa, 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 whoa. Excuse me. Can you tell me, what are you doing? I can't drive. Okay. So, which means I pay my taxes, which means I paid for this road. It's mine, and I will do with it what I like. You'll get yourself killed. It's my life, not yours. It is then we see a strange man in a top hat and tails, with a cane, dancing throughout the mayhem. Is this the strange man we saw earlier?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
and I actually wrote he gave me Mark Hamill Joker vibes, just standing there, just reveling in the chaos. Maybe Heath Ledger Joker, but mostly Mark Hamill Joker.
Apparently, this was I don't know, but this was the first public thing. One of the first public things people saw of the Giggle was this scene.
Of course it was.
Because I think they were filming bits of like on that one section where the Cyberdog store is in Camden. They filmed the ending parts of the Star Beast, Wilf's bit and Wild Blue Yonder, and this bit, all within the span of like 3 days.
Nice.
So this is, I think, the first public glimpse we caught of NPH in public after he got announced. Was him in a coat and tails dancing around like crazy. Him dancing with the Doctor.
Yes.
Everyone was very confused. Because, I mean, because at this point, everyone's like, the Toymaker. Who the hell's that? The man then mentions something strange has been going on. You could just stand over there and be safe. Blame them, because it all changed 2 days ago. Everyone started thinking they're right all the time, and they won't change their mind. If you try to argue, they go mad. Well, not me. I've always been right.
I've always been right.
And I said everyone's turning into Karens.
Pretty much. It's like Karen and Chad Central.
I think Chad's something different, but okay.
Yeah. The Doctor backs up and continues on his way before suddenly bumping into the tails-clad stranger, who then asks him to dance. And now he is French. And now apparently he is French.
And it's still super crazy.
Excusez-moi, monsieur. Je suis terrible. But perhaps you will dance avec moi? Ooh la la.
Okay, I kind of wish Miriam were here to kind of give it a more realistic French accent.
Yeah. Miriam's much better than that than we are. The Doctor declines politely before turning around to see if Donna is nearby. She is whirling her grandfather around, who is not on camera.
Yeah.
Because at this point he has since passed on.
Yes.
Suddenly, a squadron of armored vehicles come screeching around the corner. It's Unit! Yeah! A soldier can be heard on the loudhailer as soldiers come out and surround the Doctor and Donna. Attention the Doctor! Attention the Doctor! Stay where you are! You are under unit control. Repeat, unit control!
Possibly reaffirming.
I know. It is then that we meet the lead officer of the squadron, Colonel Ibrahim, who instructs the Doctor to come with them. Donna agrees, but mentions sternly she wants her grandfather to be kept safe and away from all of the chaos. Makes sense.
Yes.
The Doctor and Donna climb into helicopters as the strange man waves goodbye. They and the TARDIS are flown away. This is very similar to the opening of the 50th anniversary special, The Day of the Doctor, where the TARDIS got taken by unit helicopters.
Again.
Which was also the very first time we met Kate outside of Series 7. This is where some people met Kate for the first time ever.
Yeah.
right. This next section is called Unit New Headquarters and Reunions with an exclamation mark for good measure.
This is an
Of course there is. Come on. Whilst the Doctor and Donna are in the helicopter, we get the first glimpse of where we are heading. Unit HQ. Okay, Disney. I can see the budget.
I can see the influence.
Seriously. This looks surprisingly like the Stark Enterprises building from the Marvel movies. They really like their influence. My goodness.
Just putting its finger in all the pots.
I know, seriously. It's like,
I got
I'll put
another
one
saying, but
there.
I won't. I got another saying for it, but I won't say it. No one say it.
No. Once they land on the helipad and climb out, the Doctor and Donna are reunited with Shirley. Yay! We love Shirley.
Yes.
Who we first met in The Star Beast. Donna's first line. Oh, here comes trouble. That is so Donna.
Expect anything less from Donna?
I mean, come on, it's Donna. It is then that we see a familiar face emerge from the building, walking briskly towards the Doctor before tightly embracing him. It's Kate!
Yeah,
Yahoo!
but when you say familiar face in Doctor Who, that's so many things.
There are so many people, seriously.
Yes.
It's Kate Lethbridge Stewart. Last seen in The Power of the Doctor, now with a new and improved Unit HQ. The Doctor is very pleased to see her. Yes. And Kate Lethbridge Stewart, I remember your father working night and day to keep Unit secret, and look at you now, out and proud and defending the Earth. I fought them all. Robots and insects and yetis and clones, but what do we do this time, Doctor? How do we fight the human race? That is a good question.
Kind of concerning when it's, what do we do now when we fought literally everything else?
I don't know. We then head inside Unit HQ, which looks quite different than we last saw it. It is a very large room with lots of ramps leading to different workstations. We see a screen up front with lots of different images. A strange robotic figure can be seen in a corner of the room, and soldiers and other officers walk around.
You know what? Special 3 is the first time we see inside Unit, and I think that for me was really exciting. It's all white and high tech. It's got ramps going down to the bottom to the different workstations, so Shirley can get everywhere.
And the Blinks as an extraordinary creation. I love the fact there's no real explanation to where the Blinks has come from or what it is. I suspect that might get revisited at some point.
Hello, the Blinks. I'm the Doctor. So why's it called the Z-Dex?
Good. No, that feels right. That it's just part of the, that just picked up this creature that's now contributing to what they do and is part of the team.
Dude, when you say robotic figure, I immediately go Cybermen.
No, I meant the Blinks.
Okay.
The Doctor takes a data pad from somebody and asks about what is going on before turning to thank the person, only to see Mel. Yay!
We have another ginger. I'm going to counter as a ginger.
She is a ginger. All right. Whovian Lore time. Melanie Bush, also known as Mel, was a companion of the 6th and 7th Doctors and was present during 6's regeneration. She had a complicated relationship with the 6th Doctor, as she met the Doctor in a different order than he met her, similar to River. Yeah, like that
Without
level
the
complicated.
Love story.
Yeah, without the love story part. Eventually, their timelines synchronized, and she had a more linear relationship moving forward. She was last seen at a Companions Anonymous meeting in The Power of the Doctor, alongside Ian flipping Chesterton. That was a Guinness World Record.
Oh,
well
boy.
done, guys. He's 97. William Russell's 97. Well done.
Well, I also think Dick Van Dyke is also around.
Yeah.
Like, that age too, if not a year or two older.
Mm-hmm. That sounds about right. The doc.
I was in just a little scene in the Centenary Special, and it was all very last minute. It was all very cloak and dagger, and I just came in and did this lovely scene. So I wasn't really expecting to come back for this. I was very, very excited when Russell contacted me. Just to read the script, seeing Mel brought back to life in a lovely rounded form was so joyful. I was so thrilled. La 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 la. She finally gets to be with a computer, for goodness sake. She's a computer programmer. She never went anywhere near a computer. Finally, she's on a computer. Got my finger position. Co-sat in range in 90 seconds.
The doctor is surprised and very pleased to see Mel and gives her a big hug, which is lovely to see. That whole moment was so cute.
Yeah, I pulled up a picture of Mel in her Doctor Who era, and yeah, she was definitely in the 80s.
It's very 80s.
Like, hold
Very
on,
80s.
they have something like
Bushy hair and everything.
Look at this. Look at this.
It's very 80s. Good. Now, what have we got? Are these worldwide? Because I'm going to need all the statistics. Oh, no way! Oh, that is the best news, Melanie! Hello! We'll catch up later. We haven't got time.
Yeah.
We'll catch up later. We haven't got
And then to Donna. And then to
his
Donna.
companions.
I used to be like you. I was one of his companions. I wasn't the first redhead? No, that was me. Actually, it was Visor Turlo, but as you've never met him. Although, don't say companion. That sounds like we park him on a seafront at Weston-super-Mare. Is park rude? Borderline. Kate and Shirley then give the doctor an update about what has been going on worldwide and the chaos that has occurred thus far.
2
days ago, an increase in violence worldwide. The same increase in every country, all rising at exactly the same rate. Basically, every single human being thinks they're right and won't be told otherwise. That plane crash. The F-665 Boston to Heathrow. The pilot declared his right to land wherever he wants. But if everyone's going mad, so is the government. Oh dear.
Crap. The government's full of carry.
Oh dear. I guess that's Russell's subtlest dig at the government. Subtlest of digs.
Yeah, subtle digs at the government, just like George Orwell and
Yeah.
Dickens.
When the doctor asks how none of them have been affected by the chaos, Mel points to her arm, where a silver armband can be seen. We then learn what the armbands can do and are introduced to the alien known as the Vlinx, the alien figure I mentioned earlier.
Seriously, the names.
We call it the Z-Dex, an invention of the Vlinx, an insectoid alien with lots of tentacles for lower appendages and touchpads under each hand. Hello, the Vlinx. I'm the doctor. So why is it called a Z-Dex? Good name. It disrupts the brain, flattens the spike, keeps everything calm.
Yeah, flatline is definitely
the
calm.
spike is... Yeah. As soon as you hear spike, your brain goes, ruh-roh.
No, quite the opposite. It would be flatline.
Yeah. Kate then decides to showcase the demonstration of what happens when the Z-Dex is activated, and the results are not pretty.
They never are.
Yeah, she turns into a very aggravated person and insults absolutely everybody she can lay her eyes on, including poor Shirley. Poor thing. Once the Z-Dex is reactivated, anybody who has traveled inside of the TARDIS long-term seems to be unaffected, including Mel, who just wears it as a precaution. Because it's Mel.
You gotta love a self-aware queen.
Yes. Kate mentions that they tried to give everybody a Zdex, which did not work out.
Hmm.
It is
You could have
then.
more of those,
Yeah.
but
I mean, they tried.
I mean, you have unit. You kind of need a bunch of them.
It sounds like they tried. It is
Yeah, but
then.
again,
Yeah, it is then we get the long-awaited cameo of reporter Trinity Wells, who seems to be similar to figures like Alex Jones. Great.
I would have gone a
Ranting
different
about the
route.
Zdex and how it's a negative thing to use. Oh boy.
I would have gone a
Great.
different route than Alex Jones, but sure, why not?
Yeah, he was the first person I thought of when I saw that. I was like, oh no, not that.
Not Tommy Lauren, Lauren Bobart.
Any crazy wackadoodle. But he was the first person that came to my head.
Sure, Marjorie Taylor Greene.
There's a lot of them. Unfortunately, there's a lot of them. Apparently, the chaos started occurring 2 days ago with no apparent reason. There seemed to be 7 peaks, which Donna, smart girl, quickly figures out seems to be a tune. Mel quickly adds in, it's an arpeggio in middle C.
Of course, gotta throw in the $3 word.
A chain has been created in the background, and the recent launch of a satellite completed the chain, causing the reaction we are seeing. It is then that the Doctor realizes it's not a musical score at all. It's a laugh, a giggle that has been there since the very beginning of television. Stooky Bill. The laugh we heard at the very beginning. Here's where it first sneaks in. If the very first image has been hiding in every screen ever since, sneaking into your head, carving a wave, and waiting. But hiding how? If there were secret pictures inside every television, we would have found it. What? Because you're so clever? Maybe Stooky Bill's a lot smarter than you. Imagine if he burnt himself into television itself in every picture ever since, every single one. He goes around sonicking every single screen in the office, playing the laugh on a loop.
Dude, I would lose my mind too.
Screen after screen after screen, and every type of screen. That's including our phones. Everyone and everywhere. He's inside them all. 2 days ago, he finally connected worldwide, branding his giggle into your brains until he's had enough screens to be complete. Since the very first existence of television, laughing at the human race, driving you mad. Yikes!
I want to say, I'm gonna withhold. For now until some more stuff happens.
Yeah.
I'll withhold.
Yeah. Withhold for now until we dive into more crazy things. Then you can unleash. When Kate asks who could cause such a terrifying thing, the Doctor, as per usual, has a theory. And it relates to the human race and humanity as a whole. Lovely. The puppet is just a puppet. We're looking for the puppeteer. And I've got a memory. I think something's coming back after a very long time. But it's not only the giggle. Don't go thinking you've got an excuse. The human race might be clever and brilliant and bright. It's also savage and venal and relentless. All the anger out there on the street, the lies, the righteousness, that's human. That's you. That's who you are. Using your intelligence to be stupid. Poisoning the world. and hating each other? You've never needed any help with that. But today, someone else is using your worst attributes, playing with you like toys. Can we take that satellite down? Slight random ADHD tangent.
Yeah.
5 seconds later, laser. Kate then activates the galvanic beam, aka the big ass gun. To destroy the satellite and disrupt the connection of Stooky Bill. And then we have the Dr. Mel reunion. Again, this is more in depth because they actually get to talk. This is so cute.
Kind of gave me Sarah Jane and Doctor vibes.
Yeah, kind of like school reunion.
Wait, was it Sarah Jane and Rose or Sarah Jane and Martha? Just kind of like
Sarah Jane and Rose.
Yeah, Sarah Jane.
Because it was Rose. Because it was Rose and Mickey.
Making fun of them. Like,
yeah, because it was. Like, yeah, because it was. Yeah, because it was Rose, Mickey, the Doctor, Sarah, and K9.
Yeah, K9. I miss K9.
Hopefully, we get more with him.
I want K9.
I know. So the Doctor and Mel have a brief reunion as Mel catches the Doctor up on what she's been doing since she last saw him in 1987.
The hair shrunk.
Because it's been a second. I fed the COSAT fake coordinates, so it's coming into UK orbit. Within range in 3 minutes. You're brilliant. Hello. Hi. Blah, blah, blah. You look so well, but how? Well, quick version. I travelled the stores with a good old Salablon Glitz. He lived till he was 101. Whoa. Died falling over a whiskey bottle. That's a perfect way to go. So he had this great big Viking funeral, and then I thought, time to go home. So I got a lift off a Zingo and came back to Earth. What's a Zingo? It's a thing you get a lift off. But then I had to face up to the one thing I've been running away from. I've got nothing. My family are all gone, remember? But then Kate offered me a job, and here I am.
She's doing what she already did before.
Yep. She's good at it, as we know already.
Yep.
Whilst they are having a conversation, Donna and Kate are negotiating Donna's future employment with UNIT.
I kind of see her doing that.
After some negotiations, Donna would get about $120 a year and 5 weeks holiday, which Kate quickly agrees with, leaving Donna in awe. She didn't expect it to be negotiated that fast.
Yeah, and everyone in America goes, vacation?
Wait, what? Paid vacation? Sorry, what now? I don't know what that is.
Kinda, yeah. Like, you get paid vacations? You actually get a vacation?
Wait, what? Once Shirley finds the location, she gives the coordinates to the Doctor, and he heads off in his TARDIS with Donna close behind. Oh boy, here we go.
The adventure.
Ah! Next section I've titled Finding Stooky Bill. The TARDIS materializes in an alleyway in Soho in 1925. This time during the day. And it's not raining. And it's not at night. Near the toy emporium, the one we saw in the cold open.
Yeah.
Same thing. As the Doctor and Donna exit the TARDIS, the Doctor seems to be elated. That was so cute. That Mel is helping them out. And asks Donna what she thinks about her. Donna agrees, but wonders why he had never mentioned her after all of their time together. The Doctor mentioned something that's pretty accurate. Donna, I'm 1 billion years old. If I stood and talked about everyone I'd ever met, we'd still be in the TARDIS yapping.
Pretty much.
He would be there for a while.
Yeah. But I actually had notes about that part.
Yep. Donna mentions that he keeps charging on, which the Doctor strongly disagrees.
I'm with Donna on that one.
You talk about no one ever. You just keep charging on. Yes, because I'm busy right now. But you are busy every second of every day. I mean, look at us now. We haven't stopped. I saw you, Doctor. I got a glimpse inside your mind, and it's like you're staggering. You're staggering along. Maybe that's why your old face came back. You're wearing yourself out.
And people who are constantly told to work, otherwise they're they feel bad for having a moment of quiet, which they interpret as laziness, breathe a sigh of relief of validation.
Mm-hmm. Ain't that the truth? The doctor mentioned something interesting about Stooky Bill as they approached the toy emporium, with the owner dodging out of sight. Neil goes, he's like, nope.
Literally noped out of that situation.
He's like, nope. Stooky Bill might be on 5th Street, but the question is, where did Stooky Bill come from? That is a good question.
Okay.
All right. Next section. The Emporium and the Toymaker.
Oh, I got dark theories about that.
Oh boy, here we go. As they enter the Emporium, the owner, again, can be seen juggling 3 balls behind the counter. He begins talking and tosses a ball at the doctor, who catches it. However, he still has 3 balls. This continues throughout the entire speech. The ball is the first game ever invented.
Technically catch.
Stone Age man, he picked up a rock, he said, oh, that's Insti bomb. He throwed it, and he killed a man. He said, oh, what fun. And now everybody loves the balls. Until the year 5 billion, when the very last human picks up the skull of his enemies and says, that is the final ball of all. Yeah? He keeps splitting in and out of the accent. In and out and in and out.
Just like you actually hear, like, wait, what? Like the first catch? No, it was murder.
Yep. He then throws a ball to Donna, who quickly catches it and ends the game.
Then, nice reflexes.
Causing the doctor to have quite a reaction.
Enough.
Ah, Donna Noble. I wondered which one of you had the balls.
Ah,
So you know my name?
this appeals to my brain in the gutter mode.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. And
Okay, so you know my name. How do you two know each other? Donna, go back to the TARDIS. What? Go back to the TARDIS. You never tell me to do that. The owner smiles as the doctor seems to be recognizing him. Oh, but he is recognizing me. Are you not pleased, Herr Doctor, to see me again after so many years?
literally.
Once Donna asks, the audience learns the owner's true identity, the Celestial Toymaker.
Yeah, you gotta love Donna as a placeholder for the audience here, from the slowdown to the who is this dude?
Yep. Okay. Whovian Lore. For people who do not know who the heck the Celestial Toymaker is. The Celestial Toymaker, also known as the Toymaker, is a celestial being who's ensnared sentient beings in seemingly childish games with their freedom as the stakes. However, the Toymaker hated to lose, and the games were always rigged in his favor. His first appearance was in a lost First Doctor serial in the 3rd series of the show. Only the 3rd part of the serial remains to have been recovered thus far.
I picture him as a combination of Discord from My Little Pony. Let's see who else. Definitely a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
I know that there were other ones in my head. Like, I'm probably gonna remember them at the worst moments, but right now I'm just thinking Discord.
That works. Discord definitely fits for sure. Okay. The toy maker creepily teases the doctor before disappearing behind a curtain, causing the other two to chase after him. We meet again, Doctor.
We meet again,
But think,
Doctor.
if the ball was the very first game, what was the second? Hide and seek. Ha 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 ha.
Considering that the first game was eventually turned into murder, it would make sense hide and seek would be the second one. Like hide and seek,
Yep.
like try and get away from me. Or
Ah,
try and escape.
nope. All right. The Toymaker's Domain, Part 1. Prisoners.
Ah,
The two follow the Toymaker through the door, which quickly shuts behind them. The doctor begins to panic that they are now trapped inside the Toymaker's domain, governed by the rules of play. Donna is confused as to why the doctor is so worried about the Toymaker. He's faced him before and almost lost. Ugh. Daleks built a great big bomb. I understood that. But this is impossible. How does it exist? That's what unravels me. All the laws I cling to, gone. Who is the Toymaker? What is he? When I was young, I was so sure of myself. I made a terrible mistake. I let the TARDIS fall into another realm, a hollow beneath the underuniverse, where science is a game and all of us are toys. But you escaped. I beat the Toymaker. I won his game. But now he's here. He's found his way into reality. And I think it's all because of me. Because I got clever, didn't I? I cast that salt at the edge of the universe. I played a game and let him in. An elemental force with the power of a god, and he's driven the human race mad with a puppet. Yeah, but you always say, oh, what do I say? What do I say? Because I'm always so certain. I'm all Sonic and TARDIS and Time Lord. Take that away. Take away the toys. What am I? What am I now?
Man is the toy.
I don't know if I can save your life this time. Ugh.
He'll take away his identity. He is nothing but a toy.
To the Toymaker, he is for sure. Donna tries to cheer him up, as she always does, before the two can continue onwards. It's not about me. Oh, yes, it is. Well, maybe I save you, you big idiot. Anyway, you beat him before. That's the problem. Odds on, I'll lose next time. No, it doesn't work like that. Because my dad used to say, dice don't know what the dice did last time. Games don't have a memory. Every game starts from scratch. Oh, I like that. Well said, Dad. Anyway, shall we find the right door?
Yeah, so old door Scooby-Doo demented hijack.
I know. It could be like Love and Monsters level doors. The door leads to a door, and they're going in circles.
I got another reference for that, but way darker.
Yep. The two begin trying every single door in the hallway. The doctor finds one and goes inside, and it shuts on Donna. Darn it. Causing her to go to find another door and open it. Toymaker's Domain Part 2. Charles, dolls, and babbies. The doctor, inside his room, comes face to face with Charles, Baird's employee, who is wrapped in paper and hanging from a picture rail like a puppet. He seems worried about him and mentions that he can help him and asks what happened. We then learn something shocking.
Again.
It's because he's literally a ventriloquist puppet with a human head on top. It looks creepy.
Man is nothing but a toy to literally be toyed with.
Yup. When the doctor asks about the strings holding up Charles, he mentions something creepy. I asked him to stop the giggle, and he said, I will stop you if you play my game. But I lost. Now I dance. Whatever he commands, I dance and I prance, but I can never go home again. No. What would Mummy say if she saw me like this? Please help me. It is then that the doctor looks up to see that the sky is gone and the Toymaker, now huge, is controlling the strings. He boasts about his puppets before revealing something equally creepy. The doctor as a puppet. Yeah, that was creepy. The doctor puppet? Nope.
I'd say the other was worse, but...
Yeah. The doctor runs out of the door and down the corridor. Meanwhile, Donna, in her own room, is confronted with her own horrorscape. She hears a crying voice and introduces herself, but warns if this is a trick, she will kill it. And that sounds like Donna. It is then that a ventriloquist dummy crawls out of the shadows. It's Stooky Sue.
That's worse.
Bill's wife, who reveals something creepy through rhyme. I'm poor wee Stooky Sue. I don't know what to do. I've lost my precious hubby. They threw me in the cubby. They took my Bill away. I mourn him every day. He won't come home to me because they burnt him on TV.
He won't come home to me.
Now the Stooky babies weep. The Stooky babies cannot sleep. They miss their dear papa. They seek him near and far. They miss their kiss goodnight. They greet in endless night. And while she's saying that, the babies are crawling down from the ceiling like spiders.
God, I think that this one's good when they say something ominous.
They miss their kiss goodnight.
Yeah. The three babies are climbing down from the ceiling like spiders and drop down onto Donna. That's not good. Because that's what Donna's gonna do.
And that's without having anything else to really shoot him with.
Yep.
Literally mash him with.
Stooky babbies are so sweet. Stooky babbies want to eat. We've seen the widow cry, and now it's time to die. However, Donna quickly kicks their butt, pulling off the babies and holding Stooky Sue by the neck before swiftly banging the wooden head against the wall until it flies off. Well, that's one way to defeat a ventriloquist dummy.
Yeah.
The babies quickly fade into the shadow as Donna opens the door to see the doctor, to which they immediately hug each other in relief. They think it's over. Oh, no, it's not. Toymaker's Domain, Part 3. Puppet Show, and the game begins.
Well, Donna, if you wanted to know about the doctor's history, now you're gonna
There you go! Brought to you by the Toymaker himself. Yikes.
Wanted him to slow down.
He didn't. At all. Suddenly, they hear the Toymaker as the space transforms around them into a puppet theater. Chairs rattle up behind them and propel them forward so they can see the puppet theater. So this puppet show allows the Toymaker to taunt the doctor and explain to Donna the other companions the doctor had after she left. Amy Pond, Clara Oswald, Bill Potts, and the Flux.
And Rory.
Yeah. Didn't mention Rory, though. It's just Amy, Clara, Bill, and the Flux.
Seriously, poor Rory. What the hell?
Okay. Donna Noble, this is for you. Let me tell you what happened when the doctor, he was leaving you. He met a friend called Amy Pond. And he loved Amy Pond. Yes, he liked the red. Yes, he be liking the redheads. And they went to and fro in time and space. But Amy Pond was touched by their weeping angel, and she died. Thanks for reminding me. Again.
That hurt.
Well, she died of old age. Well, that's all right then. And then he was meeting Clara. Ooh. But she was killed by a bird. She still survives in her last second of life. Well, that's all right then. But then the doctor met Bill. Not Stooky Bill, but Lady Bill. But she was killed by the Cybermen. But her consciousness survives. Oh, well, that's all right then. And then there came the Flux. Oh, Donna Noble, the poor doctor. The Flux was killing everything. He's just like, nah, 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 nah. It is then that the doctor stands up, challenging the Toymaker to a game.
Dude.
Dun dun dun. They sit down at the card table, where the Toymaker shuffles a deck of cards with ease. That is definitely NPH. That boy loves a good deck of cards.
Or CGI.
Well, he is a magician. He loves a good deck of cards.
And again, the chameleon.
He taunts the doctor of everything he has done, including destroying the poor master and putting him in a golden tooth. I came to this universe with such delight, and I played them all, Doctor. I toyed with supernovas, turned galaxies into spinning tops. I gambled with God and made him a jack-in-the-box. I made a jigsaw out of your history. Do you like it? The master was begging and dying and begged for his life with one final game, and when he lost, I sealed him for all eternity inside my gold tooth. There's only one player I didn't dare face. The one who waits. Who's that? I saw it, hiding, and I ran. What do you mean? That's someone else's game. What shall we play? One request. Tell me. The human race back in the future. Why does everyone think they're right? So that they win. I made every opinion supreme. That's the game of the 21st century. They shout, they type, and they cancel. So I fixed it. Now everybody wins. And everybody loses. The never-ending game. Now, name your challenge. Pretty much. The doctor chooses a card game where the highest card wins. The two deal cards back and forth until the Toymaker places the King of Hearts, winning that round. So he claims. The Toymaker boasts that he has won, but the doctor reminds him that they are tied at one apiece, since the doctor won the first time they met. My turn. I'm the king. And now, mein klein doctor, we will see what is my prize. 1 all. I won the game many years ago. You've won today, which leaves us equal. And you know, 2 players are bound by one inevitable rule. Best of 3. Okay. The Toymaker claims, then let's make it 2023 before disappearing. The doctor and Nana nope themselves out of the toy shop as it onto the street, just in time to watch the entire building fold up into a tiny little box.
Yay, boxes.
When it takes all. Oh boy.
Oh no.
All right. Unit HQ and spice up your life. Here we go. As the doctor and Donna return to the Unit HQ, they arrive just in time as the galvanic beam destroys the satellite, causing everyone to celebrate. The doctor places the box on Mel's desk, telling her to keep an eye on it. He then updates the room on what Donna is doing, as Donna is furiously typing away on a computer. Dr. Donna!
Super temp.
Yay! The satellite was only a link in the chain, so Donna needs access to the subframe. There's no one in London faster on a keyboard. She's creating a template for this. It coordinates all telescopes and satellite and deep space scans across the Earth. The links, I need all mesh reflectors on Earth translated into digital 5. Mel, is this static or dynamic? Dynamic. We're using triad. Gotcha. Okay, so you should be receiving this now. Kate asks how bad it is, and the doctor mentions the Toymaker and how dangerous he truly is. Something entered this world in 1925. I don't know how, and I warn you, this thing can get from 1925 to now like stepping through a door. But if we're lucky, the program I'm giving you can detect the decay of an energy signature from 98 years ago. It might be on Earth, might be in orbit, might be in space. But if we can find the entrance, maybe we can turn it into an exit. What are we fighting? An elemental force beyond the rules of the universe. When Shirley asks for clarification, the doctor adds it. You think life is a balance between order and chaos, but the universe is not binary. Far from it. There is order and chaos, then there is play. It is then that a familiar song begins to play on the speakers in the unit HQ. A song by the Spice Girls. Another song to get stuck in Whovians' heads. Hummunks. Just then, the Toymaker arrives through a door out of nowhere. In a red drum major outfit, as he should. Miming and dancing to the song. He dances around with Kate and Mel before spinning them off into walls. Ow.
Literally into walls.
When Kate orders unit soldiers to arrest him, he turns them into bouncy balls. They're bullets into flower petals before... Lots of extreme throws and catches until 15 puts enough spin on the ball for it to glance off of 15's fingers, off the Toymaker's fingers, and keeps going. The Toymaker has lost.
No, but I think you'll find
we won! We did it!
I thought he would have jumped to try and catch it.
Fair game, you lost. No, but I think you'll find best of 3. And my prize, Toymaker, is to banish you from existence forever. As he slowly flip.
Little origami from hell.
Back into the box. In 1925, Stooky Bill burns to a crisp as Baird and Charles watch. Fare thee well, Mr. Toymaker.
For now.
But I... Not fair. Please. My legions are coming.
Kate then has the soldiers take the box to the deepest vault. I have a feeling it's going to the Black Archive.
Yeah, giving some Raiders of the Lost Ark vibes there.
And bind it in salt.
Okay, definitely not Raiders of the Lost Ark, but...
Before allowing everyone to remove their Z-Dexes, because they don't need them anymore. Oh, this next scene.
I know.
Emotions and truth revealed. Meh. It is then that 15 turns to 14, noticing he seems glum about what happened. 14 asks about how many died. 15 reminds them that they won. They cannot save everyone, before doing something sweet, pulling him into a hug.
He's hugging himself.
I know, but that whole hug moment, it's like, okay, I think 14 needed that.
I'll go with you. Yeah. It's okay. I'm here.
Yeah. Gives me every day gets a little easier vibes.
And then he gives him a kiss of comfort before pulling away.
Ah,
The little kiss on the forehead. Mwah. It's beautiful to see the two of them giving each other the support each other needs. The two
he's
pull
supporting
away,
himself.
take each other's hands, and walk into Unit HQ. We then jump to the tooth that's just chilling on the ground.
Yeah,
Before
that's
a
not a good sign.
Yeah. Before a hand with red nails picks it up as the laughter of the masters echo. Who could that hand belong to?
Certainly not me.
Not me. I got no nail polish on. Back in the TARDIS, 14 is showing 15 around the TARDIS before pausing and asking how this is going to work. That's a good question. There's two of them and one TARDIS.
What would the TARDIS listen to?
15 mentions that he needs a chair before 14 butts in mentioning he's fine. No,
Dude,
you're not.
Let him sit.
No, you're not. It is then we see the true extent of 15 years worth of trauma on the Doctor and 15 lovingly telling him to relax. This was another really sweet moment. And so much freaking lore. My God. No, you're thin as a pin, love. You're running on fumes. That's what I keep saying.
That's what Donna said.
Post by generation. It's more than that. A whole lifetime. That doctor that first met the Toymaker never, ever stopped. Put on trial. Exiled. Key to time. All this devastation of Logopolis. Adric. River Song. All the people we've lost. Sarah Jane is gone.
Sarah Jane is gone.
She's gone.
I loved her.
Can you believe that for a second? I loved her. And Rose. But the Time Warp, Pandorica, Mavic Chen. We fought the gods of Ragnarok, and we didn't stop for a second to say, what the hell? But you're fine. I'm fine because you fixed yourself. We're Time Lords. We're doing rehab out of order. He's saying you need to stop.
We gotta love Donna here.
Yes. Okay. Another batch of, I think this is the final batch of Whovian Lore for this entire episode. I had 3 of them.
Yeah, I noticed.
All of the locations that 15 is mentioning are important locations in the Doctor's history. Logopolis is where the 4th Doctor died. Adric, a companion who sacrificed himself for the 5th Doctor as he watched on the TARDIS, one of the first on-screen companion deaths. River Song, the Doctor's wife and Amy's daughter, whose timelines went in opposite directions. Where he first met her is where she died. Sarah Jane, a beloved companion to the Doctor who passed away in Whoniverse, played by the brilliant Elizabeth Sladen, who passed in 2010. So that means no more Sarah Jane. When 14 mentions that she doesn't know how, Donna pulls him aside and lovingly explains to him and the audience what she did and how she can help him relax and get stronger. This moment is so loving, and it's great to see emotions coming out of the Doctor that we don't see very often.
Other than
it's literally hitting him like a freaking freight train.
He's finally frugal.
I don't know how.
Generate.
I don't know how. Well, I can tell you. Because you know what I did when you went flying off into your box, spaceman? I stayed in one place. And I lived day after day after day. It would drive me mad. Yeah, it does. But you keep on going. And that's the adventure. The one adventure you've never had. Because I've worked out what happened. You've changed your face. and then found me. Do you know why? No. To come home.
Do you know why?
Do you mean he flies off? But I could never let the TARDIS go. Never. It would hurt. I know, but that whole moment of when he's like, wait, what?
He's getting stripped of his identity again.
Yep, but
for
the
his
whole,
God.
yeah, that whole moment when he looks off at Shooty, you hear his voice
He
crack.
flies off.
I know.
It's like, oh! You don't ever get to hear him do that. It's so rare.
But I could never let the TARDIS go. Never.
That had to be a lot of emotions from David too. My God.
No.
Okay, next section, a new TARDIS and final farewells. It is then that Shooty's doctor gets a brilliant idea. What if? He runs over to a hatch in the TARDIS walkway and pulls out the biggest cartoon mallet you could possibly think of.
What if the Toymaker's domain is still lingering?
Rabbit.
Just for a few
Yeah.
seconds while we're in a state of play.
The transcript said he takes the test your strength mallet.
I could see that.
What if the Toymaker's domain is still lingering, just for a few seconds more when a state of play? Oh, so maybe. He then comes
watch this,
running
watch
out
this,
of the
watch
TARDIS,
this,
14 and Donna
Stand
hot
back,
on his heels,
stand
before he
back.
tells them to
That's it,
step back
now.
and for Mel and Shirley to watch him closely. 14 seems
What
confused,
for?
until the
Won the
doctor
game.
clarifies that
Yeah,
since they won the
prize,
game, they get a prize. But what is the prize? It is then we learn that 15's prize is, drumroll please, a new TARDIS! He literally goes, coat
Where is
Still bigger on the inside.
Yep, with one swing of the mallet, a second one is knocked out of it. Surprise! 15 immediately apologizes to the TARDIS. Sorry. Donna mentions that was completely nuts. Understandable. You literally just hit the frickin' TARDIS with a mallet.
Yeah.
Before the doctor heads over to open the doors of the new TARDIS, only to look down and notice something quite brilliant.
Oh, look.
It's now wheelchair accessible.
Wheelchair accessible.
Yes, it's 88 compliant.
Yay!
Yeah.
A wheelchair ramp has been added, which allows Shirley to climb aboard the TARDIS if need be. Bravo, Russell! You've caught up with the 21st century! 14 peeks inside the TARDIS and notices a jukebox.
Jukebox.
Yes.
Before heading back into his own TARDIS to see the differences. Once 14 disappears, 15 goes inside his own TARDIS and sets to work on the controls as he normally does. Suddenly, 14 notices that he could possibly be leaving and walks back in. Oh, no, no, no.
You weren't going to leave without saying goodbye.
Not saying that he's not going to leave without saying goodbye.
If I would ever do that.
It is then that we get a
Come
loving
here.
goodbye hug between 14 and 15 and Donna before he
Yay.
urges them to get out.
Yeah.
I love you, but get out.
Okay, kid. I love you. Get out.
14 and 15 share a salute. Before 15 heads off on new adventures. We'll see him
Yay.
soon.
Yeah, we were also promised that with the doctor's daughter.
I know. Come on. Sure. And 14 actually gets to see the TARDIS leave. That's a rarity.
You know,
Shirley,
it's,
I don't
it's
suppose you've seen this
details.
before. I don't see it often myself.
Bye.
Stand by.
Where's
Where
he
is he
going?
going?
Everywhere.
Ma.
Look at them, so-
Okay. This next section, I have this. I have this final section. I have titled "Retirement and New Adventures Await."
Yes.
We then jump to Donna's garden, where we see the entire Noble Temple clan. Donna, Rose, Sylvia, Sean, and the Doctor eating under a pergola. This was so cute. With the TARDIS in the back garden, just chilling.
Just out there.
Donna then asks the Doctor to tell an eyebrow story involving himself and aliens that only communicate with their eyebrows. This story was funny. This story itself was pretty funny. Anyway, shush please for the eyebrow story. Oh, yes. So the species only communicated with their eyebrows. I thought, I can do that. So I'm stood there on this cliff top and I went, I mean you no harm. I come in peace. I am your friend. It is then that we are nicely interrupted with the arrival of Mel. Yay!
Yay!
Who comes bearing yummy food.
As one should.
And she also sits down to enjoy the food, as she is also family. So cute. The story then continues. So she looked at me, the warrior queen of the Falooth, and she said, good, and now you will marry me. And I said, what? And she pushed me off the cliff. But is it true, though? Is it really true?
We'll never know.
It turns out that the Doctor has taken a few members of the Noble Temple clan on adventures in the TARDIS, with Mel to the Gilded Age of New York. But Rose wants to come too. And the Doctor cannot turn down his favorite niece. That was so cute.
Turn down my favorite niece.
Nice. I like that.
But that's what you are. With my best friend, my brother-in-law, evil stepmother.
Oh, I have
barely begun.
Oh, I've barely begun. And mad Auntie Mel. Also fitting. When 14 asks about Granddad, Sylvia mentions that he's off shooting moles. Hence why you hear the occasional gunshot in the background. The Doctor adds that he gave the moles a force field, causing everyone to laugh.
I could see him doing that.
The Doctor and Donna have a super sweet moment together as best friends.
Do you miss it? Out there?
Funny thing is, I fought all those battles for all those years. And now I know what for. This. I've never been so happy in my life.
You don't have to stay forever. We'll see. Do you miss it out there? The funny thing is, I fought all those battles for all those years, and now I know what for. This. I've never been so happy in my life. How cute! The final shot of the episode is 15 in his TARDIS. The time turner rotor turning as he heads off to new adventures. Onwards to Christmas!
And a possible new companion.
And a possible new companion who we have not met yet. We will meet her on Christmas. And then we have to wait till May to see her again.
Yes.
Seriously. Okay. Any funny and interesting moments you would like to mention before we get into final thoughts?
Okay. The house connections to the murder castle.
Yes.
Google that if you don't know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Blend of Discord, a little bit of the puppeteer from Pinocchio. There were other ones I had in my head that I can't remember right now.
Mm-hmm.
The way the episode ended gave me "Every Day Gets a Little Easier" line from BoJack.
Mm-hmm.
And Donna is essentially kind of the episode's almost Morty in a way, just being the placeholder for the audience, asking all the questions.
For sure.
So that, helps with the exposition
Mm-hmm.
a little bit more. But then she also kind of serves as she's definitely the Doctor's mate.
Yes, for
here.
sure. Oh my gosh, for
She is
sure.
his mate. Like, I think out of all the companions, and I'm going with the new era of Doctor Who here,
Not including classic, okay?
No, that's what I mean, not including classic, where she's the one that gets him to be his most honest self.
It's his,
Even when it
yeah.
hurts.
It's his most, he's the most open, he's the most authentic. She calls him out when she needs to, for sure.
Yes.
Okay, so I have Dr. Donna moments, because obviously.
Yes.
The bi-generation. Spice up your life with a smiley face. And 15 moments on screen with self-love.
Of course.
Okay.
I mean, who knows? I don't know what happens next. That's the exciting thing.
The ending's very simple, actually. It's not much of a tease. It means David is parked. David is living. For once, we've got a happy Doctor who was no longer saving the universe, but that's parked with Donna for a happy life.
Yeah, I suppose the Doctor will settle into being a honorary member of the Mott Noble Temple clan, and we'll see out his days drinking tea and trying to stop Wilfred shooting the moles, I suppose.
There we go.
Don't worry, I got the moles.
Would you like to go first, or should I, for final thoughts?
I would give this an 8 out of 10. This one's
8?
like my favorite out of the other ones.
Okay.
Definitely goes into the darkness a little bit more, which I do appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
I love, my favorites were probably just in the house, like in the Demented House of Horrors. And the dagger through the heart puppet show. And him just
Bringing back all the trauma. Jeez.
just being a dickhead.
Mm-hmm. Ain't that the
I mean,
truth?
you love to hate it, but still, he's such a dickhead. So,
Jeez.
the bi-generation, I did think, are you kidding me? But I kind of rolled with it, and I was fine.
Some people love it, some people hate it.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what your thoughts were going to be on it, whether you were going to be on the love, the meh, or the hate.
I'm on the meh.
Okay.
I kind of want to see where he goes with it, to see how well he turns out as a doctor.
I can also add additional context in regards to what Russell added in some commentary that they did on the Giggle, which adds a whole nother layer of craziness to the bi-generation. But I will mention it.
Messaged me earlier about that.
Yeah. That every single doctor bi-generated.
Yeah. Yeah, you sent me that.
Yeah. But I thought I should mention it on the podcast. Yeah. Russell mentioned in the commentary for the Giggle that every single doctor from 1 to 13 also bi-generated. So now there's 1 in the current timeline and a bi-generation, which possibly means a Doctorverse and another form of spin-off connection thing.
Oh,
I guess that's another way of bringing every single doctor back, which means we might see David Tennant again, or Matt, or Jodie. I don't know about Peter. I don't know about Peter. He's mentioned multiple.
Chance of seeing
Chris.
You have a better
Chris
chance
is
of seeing him than Christopher.
Chris is yeah. If it's Russell, it's gonna be a no.
Again, better chance.
Those
of
two butt heads, but at least Chris is doing conventions.
Yeah. Again, better chance.
Peter, unfortunately, with Peter, it sounds like he's just done.
Done.
Like undone. He wants to leave it as is. He went out on a high. That's where he wants to leave it.
Okay.
Understandable. I'm like, Matt, he is 120% on board.
I can respect it.
He mentioned in an interview when he was learning about Shooty that, okay, you might find this shocking, but David Tennant made a Doctor Who WhatsApp group chat.
I believe it.
For every single one of the doctors. So that means Shooty is now in touch with every Doctor Who actor that is alive currently.
Yay.
So he's gotten messages from everybody from Colin Baker to Peter Capaldi to Matt Smith to Mandip Gill to Karen Gillan. And everybody in between.
Nice.
Like everybody is given their nods of approval. It's adorable.
That is so supportive and cute.
It's so cute. I love the support. Okay. Final thoughts time. Apologies, mine might be a bit long. I might have rambled in mine. Wow. New era, new adventures. What a spectacular way to end the 60th anniversary specials. It was great to see David Tennant back in the role he loves oh so much. And he truly shined as the Doctor. The whole bi-generation concept is a brilliant idea and allows the concept of a multiverse to grow and flourish. This is one of Russell's babies. He wants a multiverse. Hopefully, we will get the chance to see more Doctors later. I love getting the chance to see Catherine Tate show off her acting chops and sass as Donna Noble, and it was great seeing the duo back again for more shenanigans. It was wonderful to see Ruth Madeley back as Shirley Ann Bingham, as well as the brilliant return of Gemma Redgrave as Kate Stewart. The touch of the second TARDIS being wheelchair accessible was a lovely touch. Yay. So props to the department for that brilliant idea. Mm-hmm. Neil Patrick Harris was brilliantly terrifying as the Celestial Toymaker, and it is clear why Russell chose him. He fits this role perfectly with his zany voices to card tricks and even the choreography. Nice Spice Girls reference, RTD.
Okay. I got a DM on Instagram from Russell. Hello, it's Russell. We did It's a Sin together. And I've written this thing, and I'd like you to read it. And there's no pressure, but I think it could be fun. I said yes. I wasn't sure what he was even talking about. And then I started reading it. And from page 1, the Toymaker is a very intoxicating and juicy part. I set the whole thing down. I texted him back and said, let's go.
But perhaps you will dance avec moi.
Ooh la la.
Yeah, sorry, thanks.
It's a great bit of casting to get Neil Patrick Harris. There's not many people you can think of who had the skill set. You've got to be able to sing and dance a bit. You've got to be able to do some ludicrous accents. You've got to be sleight of hand is very important. He can juggle. I don't know who else we could have got. If he'd said no, I think we'd have been in trouble.
Yeah.
Seeing Donna's family again was a brilliant touch, and having Wilf mentioned, albeit off screen, was a nice touch. It is clear that working with both Bad Wolf Productions and Disney have allowed this small blue box show to truly grow on a massive scale, and it is great to see. I would love to give a huge shout out to Ncuti Gatwa, who made his grand and fabulous introduction to the world as the Doctor. Despite him being in his tidy whities, he did a brilliant job, and I'm looking forward to joining him on loads of adventures to come at Christmas and starting in spring 2024 with his first season. Allons-y! I actually gave this one a 10 out of 10 and said molto bene. Because I was freaking out when the bi-generation happened. I was like, oh my god!
Yeah.
All right. Coming next, I have the title for the Christmas special. Are you ready?
Oh boy.
It's called The Church on Ruby Road.
Merry Christmas. I'm the Doctor.
What's up there?
Goblins.
Oh, yeah?
Time travelers are great. Like, wow. Ah! Hold on tight.
Who are you?
Because we got to introduce the companion somehow.
Yeah.
This will be the first proper appearance of Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor, as 15 begins his own set of adventures. We will also be meeting his companion Ruby Sunday for the first time.
So many names.
So far, what we've seen from the trailer is goblins, Ruby, the Doctor, and quite an adventure on our hands. Shall we?
Adventures are pretty common.
Allons-y.
Allons.
And that's it and that's the end of the episode. If that's hard to believe. If you want to listen to more of our Doctor Who episodes with us, make sure to listen to us on Spreaker and Spotify at FanGeek'd. It's at FanGeek''D. Make sure to follow us on all our social media platforms at FanGeekPod. I will mention them everywhere. I try to be active on both as much as I can, but hopefully my co-host will be able to help me out with things, unless you think it's too crazy. I'm literally jumping back and forth between both.
Crazy doesn't exist anymore. It's all illusion. Everything is chaos.
We will have much more content coming in 2024. So make sure to stay tuned. Thanks so much. So we have the Christmas special and Series 14 coming.
Oh boy.
We got lots coming. I am so freaking excited for Series 14. They've been giving us the smallest glimmer of hints, but I would like to mention there is a possible musical theater person in Series 14 that I should probably mention. I'm not sure if I should mention it to you right now or once we're done recording.
I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna be surprised.
Okay. Because he's in the trailer.
I'm gonna be surprised.
Okay. Thanks so much, Geeks, and we will see you next time on FanGeek'd. Bye!
Stay weird.